Hey guys, just on a walk at the moment, and I thought I'd try and explain a concept that I came across. It's something that actually I came across when I was driving in my car. Now my car is one of my favorite places to be. I get to do a lot of my work there. For me, it's a sacred place. It's a quiet place, and I like to focus on my heart space when I'm driving the car. And what I noticed the one day um, was when I'm in my heart space, I move into a different technology. I move into out of thinking and into feeling. And what I started noticing was different areas that I drove through. I had a preference to, and others I didn't. Some I liked, and some I didn't like. And while sitting contemplating, I started wondering, oh, well, what is the reason for this? And the deeper I felt, the more I realized that certain areas, and I invite you to try this. It's quite a fun experiment to do. And if you're not familiar with the technology that I'm talking about in terms of feeling and your heart space, I'll give you an example of when you use it, whether you know it or not. So when you go into a restaurant and you are looking for a place to sit, you might find you move over to the one place, then you come back over, and then eventually you'll settle on a place. Now, if you pay attention to what you're actually doing, um, you're feeling into which place feels the best, and then you're choosing based on which feels the best. Now, with that concept in mind, move through your surroundings and start to notice which places feel nicer um, than others. And when you see this and when you start noticing this, go a little bit deeper and start asking the question, well, why does this place feel nicer than the next place? And when I started to do that, I started to realize that the reason why certain places felt nicer than others was directly related to the amount of love that was there. So if it was, for example, driving past maybe a house that hasn't been taken care of, and you find like the grass is all not cut and there's weeds, and maybe the walls peeling, um, that generally, those areas never felt nice. Where versus an area that was, the grass was well maintained, the flowers were beautiful, there's beautiful rocks, that I could feel straight away. And then I also started to notice even the areas that weren't taken care of. When I started to look at nature, like trees or plants or whatever the case may be, I could feel that love again. So what I noticed then was that nature is love, and love just is. Nature is always there. No matter what we build, no matter what is there, nature will always just prevail. It will always come through. And then on a deeper level, I noticed that whatever was man built is the ego, and that is the external world. And what I noticed about that was when the awareness, which is wherever our attention goes, the energy flows, and we are love. So when there was an area that was dilapidated, it was only as a result of a lack of focus, or another way to put it, um, a disassociation from love, or there was no love that was being put into those areas. And yeah, this is the kind of things that I think about when I'm on my walk or in the car. I play with this on my walks all the time, and feel into different areas, and then ask questions about, well, what am I feeling, and then what is the reason for that. And it's quite interesting to see um, the answers that I get. So I invite you to experiment with this, and I would love first of all, hear if any of you understand anything that I'm talking about, and which I'm sure most of you will. And then also, once you've given it an experiment, how you feel, or if this is something that you experienced already, and maybe you've asked other questions that you have answers to, and you could, deepen what I am experiencing. So yeah, let us know in the comments below. As usual, may you feel my love. Thanks.